How to counter all of Dracula's forms in Dead by Daylight. Vampire form. In vampire form, Dracula gets an ability called Hellfire, which shoots up fire beams that damage survivors. These fire beams work a lot like Pyramid Head's ability, except they can only go through certain walls based on the height of the survivor. For example, you'd be able to shoot over this because Dwight is taller than the object, but Dwight's not tall enough, so it wouldn't go through. But other than playing around height and knowing what Dracula can shoot through and what he can't, you pretty much play around this ability like Pyramid Head's M2. If he's in vampire form, just be constantly aware of this ability because it is on a really, really low cooldown. And always remember to keep trying to dodge it because most Draculas love to spam this ability. Wolf form. In wolf form, Dracula's in third person, and when he holds M2, he gets forced into 2 dashes that can damage the survivor if they get hit. Whilst in wolf form, survivors drop scent orbs while they're in chase, which speeds the killer up for 2.5 seconds every time he grabs one, and reducing the cooldown of the pounce attack by 20%. My best tip for this ability is the fact that the second dash always has to go off instantly. So using your environment to hide away from that second dash is always the move. Most good wolves will try and play around the speed orbs to get you, but my advice is to keep greeting pallets, hold them really, really tight. And if you're in a dangerous spot, be careful about pre-dropping, because the pounce attack can actually break pallets, so be very cautious of that as well. Bat form. Bat form is Dracula's only non-damaging form, but when you switch to this, you cannot see survivors anymore and only their scratch marks and grunts of pain. When you press M2 in bat form, you can teleport to drop pallets and vaults within 32 meters of yourself, but as a survivor, there is a visual cue for when he teleports, so it's quite easy to see it coming. So if you pre-run from where he's teleporting, you're fine most of the time. Some more advice for bat form is play around it like you'd play around Spirit's ability. So if he gets close, try and do weird movements to throw him off, even run back on yourself if you have to. Also, something to be noted, you can stun the killer when they're in bat form. Despite the fact that they can go over pallets, you can still stun them. So if you're looking for a little bit of extra distance, then there you go. And that is